Have you ever wondered why the bond between you and your pet feels so profound, so ancient, so deeply wired into your very soul? The answer might surprise you. It's not just about companionship or cute moments on social media. There's something far deeper happening, something that traces back thousands of years to when humans first encountered wolves at the edges of their flickering campfires. If you're curious about the science and history behind why we love our pets so much, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what we're uncovering today. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors lived in small groups, huddled together for warmth and protection. They were vulnerable, constantly scanning the darkness for threats. Then something remarkable happened. Wolves began lingering at the edges of human settlements, drawn by the smell of discarded food and bones. Most of these wild animals would have been chased away, but some were different. Some carried a genetic trait that made them less fearful of humans. These bolder wolves didn't flee as quickly, and over generations, something extraordinary began to unfold. Our ancestors didn't domesticate wolves through force or conquest. Instead, a mutual relationship developed slowly and naturally. Humans left food scraps, and wolves helped by alerting them to danger and even joining hunts. It was a partnership born out of necessity, but it became something much more profound. The wolves that stuck around were the ones with temperaments that allowed them to tolerate human presence. Over countless generations, selective pressure, both natural and unintentional, shaped these wolves into something new. They became dogs. But here's where the real magic happens. This process didn't just change the wolves physically, it changed us too. When you interact with your pet, your brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding chemical that floods your system when you hold a newborn baby or embrace someone you love deeply. Your heart rate slows, your stress hormones drop, your body literally shifts into a state of calm and connection. This isn't a modern phenomenon we invented. This is an ancient neural pathway, carved into your biology over thousands of years of living alongside dogs. Paleontologists and geneticists have traced this bond back at least 15,000 years, possibly much longer. Some evidence suggests the relationship could date back as far as 40,000 years. Imagine that. For tens of thousands of years, your ancestors lived in packs with dogs. They hunted together. They slept near each other for warmth. They raised their young in proximity. Mothers watched over both human infants and dog puppies. Hunters formed coordinated strategies with canine partners. This wasn't a relationship that existed in isolation. It was woven into the very fabric of human survival and social structure. As humans became more sedentary, building permanent settlements and eventually cities, our relationship with dogs evolved too. They became herders, guardians, hunters, and eventually companions. Yet the fundamental bond remained unchanged. Your nervous system still recognizes in your dog an ancient packmate. When your pet looks at you with those warm eyes, you're experiencing a connection that your brain has been primed to recognize for thousands of generations. Your dog experiences the same thing. Their oxytocin spikes when they see you. Their body tells them they are safe, that they are home, that they are loved. This isn't sentiment. This is biology meeting history. There's something almost miraculous about this when you really think about it. Your pet isn't choosing you because you provide food or shelter alone. Countless animals might do that. Your pet chooses you because your species and theirs were literally shaped to understand each other on a chemical and emotional level. When you pet your dog, you're activating ancient reward circuits. When your dog rests their head on your lap, they're engaging in a gesture of trust that echoes back through thousands of years of shared survival. Please like this video if this perspective shifts how you see your relationship with your pet, because truly, it should. Science has also discovered that people who own pets tend to live longer, healthier lives. They have lower blood pressure, reduced anxiety, and stronger immune systems. But these aren't just benefits we're gaining. They're evidence that our bodies were designed for this connection. We evolved alongside dogs. Our health, our psychology, Our very capacity for love was shaped by this partnership. A life with a pet isn't just enriched, it's aligned with what your biology has always wanted. What's even more fascinating is that this bond transcends individual relationships. It speaks to something universal about human nature. Across cultures, across continents, across thousands of years, humans have formed deep attachments to dogs. From ancient Egypt to modern Japan, from nomadic hunter-gatherers to urban apartment dwellers, this connection persists. It persists because it's real. It's not a luxury or a modern indulgence. It's a fundamental part of who we are. Think about how your pet knows when you're sad without you saying a word. Think about how your dog somehow understands your schedule and waits by the door before you arrive home. Think about the inexplicable calm that washes over you when you're stressed and your pet simply sits beside you. These aren't tricks or accidents. These are the results of tens of thousands of years of coevolution, where humans and dogs became attuned to each other's emotional states at a level that transcends language. Your pet can read your body language, your tone, your energy, because their ancestors learned to do this, or they wouldn't have survived alongside ours. This ancient pack bond also explains why losing a pet can be so devastatingly painful. It's not an overreaction or excessive sentimentality. You're experiencing the loss of a packmate, and your brain and body process that loss the same way they would the loss of a family member. The grief is real because the bond is real. It's rooted in millions of years of mammalian social bonding, refined and deepened over thousands of years of human-canine partnership. When you grieve your pet, you're grieving someone who was, in a very real sense, part of your pack. The implications of understanding this bond go far beyond personal comfort. It helps us appreciate the profound responsibility we have toward our pets. We invited them into our lives, and their ancestors chose ours. They depend on us not just for food, but for the emotional security that comes from pack membership. When you provide that security, when you love your pet, you're fulfilling an ancient contract written in the language of chemistry and evolution. You're completing something that began the first time a bold wolf lingered at a human campfire. So the next time your pet does something that makes you smile, or the next time they provide comfort without being asked, pause for a moment. Recognize that you're witnessing something miraculous. You're witnessing the culmination of thousands of years of evolution, of survival, of two species learning to understand and care for each other. That bond you feel, it's ancient, it's real, it's written into your DNA, and it's one of the most beautiful things about being human. If this video resonated with you and made you think differently about your relationship with your pet, please subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the science of connection and the remarkable ways nature shapes our lives.